Ugh, it's too early for baseball. Today would be not a good day to pitch.
Now, I didn't know it at the time, but I was getting sick. And in less than 24 hours, I'd find myself hooked up to machines in a hospital here in Mexico City. Here's a dramatic reenactment of what it looked like because obviously I couldn't bring my camera.
So what do you want to go on the DL for?
Prietism?
You mean priapism?
No, Eric, not that. But the timing of this couldn't have been a lot worse. See, this was Friday morning at 7 a.m. I was supposed to pitch Friday evening at 7 p.m. It had been announced, people had bought tickets, my teammates were counting on me for 4 innings. But I couldn't make the start. And not only that, I had to stay in my hotel room for the next 4 days until I was symptom-free. No fresh air, no exercise, no throwing, running, lifting, none of that. And all of that caused me to miss my next start as well. But I was still scheduled to pitch the home opener on Monday after not pitching for 3 weeks with no spring training and coming off an illness. So if I'm gonna have any chance of succeeding and helping my team win the game and not letting the fans down, I'm gonna have to get my body back in shape, make sure I still can throw strikes, get my cardio and my strength back, and make sure my pitches are sharp, all in the next 6 days. Okay, let's get to it.
Between lots of laying in bed and lots of sitting in a chair in a hotel room, hip flexors, psoas, stuff in the front, abs get tight and glutes get shut down. So definitely very important to roll out the sides and the back and get these things activated so we don't get SI issues, back spasms, groin issues, lots of negative stuff that could happen if I don't. I imagine the pec's gonna feel a little bit tight when I get to that because shoulders have been rolled forward, head's been forward. Oh yeah, there's a hot spot for sure. So that's pec major. For all my young kids out there, one of the best things you can carry with you is a little lacrosse ball because it allows you to just dig into anything that's sore to warm up. If you don't have a lacrosse ball though, you can definitely just use a baseball. You should always have one of those with you. So when you find a hot spot, sometimes the best thing to do is just sit on it for a while, put the lacrosse ball right on it, lean into it. But it's also sometimes pretty painful. So you just gotta force yourself through it and try to breathe. Focus mentally on that muscle relaxing. Just dig in the scap a little bit. Pec gets tight, shoulder rolls forward. Scap is then trying to pull it back. Gets in a lengthened position. So when the shoulder rolls forward, the scap is not activated in the back. So in order to counteract that, you need upward rotation of the scapula to bring the back of it kind of back and down. So that's what this motion is doing. More upward scapular rotation work. The key here is to not let the trap take over and shrug. Let the trap be relaxed and just try to upwardly rotate in a Y position. More upward scapular rotation, just in a different plane. Okay, so the whole point of this activation routine was to first release the muscles, second lengthen the muscles, third activate the muscles. Definitely a 4-app concept. Tim Naiman's been preaching that to me for like 4 years now. So shout out to Tim and 4-app for that. So throwing, yeah, it's been 4 days, not long enough to be a problem, but significant enough where I can't just be careless today. Plan is throw some plyos and light catch with Kev today. Tomorrow, plyos and catch. Day off, bullpen, day off, first start, 3 innings. Unfortunately, with being sick, I missed my last 2 spring training games. It is so bright today, oh my goodness. I haven't seen the sun for like 4 days. Yeah, anyway, we're gonna play catch today. Kev, you wanna get some plyo throws in? Let's analyze Kevin's plyo form. Pretty good. Stops the shoulders from rotating though. So you can see how Kev's shoulders were stopping and he was like looking at the wall and catching the ball. That's why I catch the ball behind my back when I do it, so my shoulders continue rotating so I don't cheat the drill. But overall, not a bad plyo form, Kev. We'll give you a 6.9 out of 10.
Nice.
Kev's got the gold glove today. Gold laces, big leagues. Ugh. Throwing those natural cutters right off the bat, Kev.
I know.
If you've watched the vlog before, you'll know this. If you haven't, you'll learn something new. I like to rate my throwing on an RPE, rate of perceived exertion scale, of 1 to 10. 10 is like the most intense. You're exhausted. It's like 10 innings, 150 pitches, could not be more exhausted from pitching. 1 is like the lightest throwing that you've ever done. It's not nothing, but it's basically nothing. Today, after being sick, we're gonna keep throwing it like a 3 range. Purpose of that is wanna get the arm moving, wanna get the body moving, but don't wanna push too much. There's no need to push today, so we're just gonna have a nice, easy, light day of throwing. All right, so this is why it's important to pick an RPE for throwing for the day before you start warming up, because I feel pretty good right now. I feel like I could get a good long toss session in, work on my pitches, like body feels pretty good, but I haven't thrown in 4 days. I'm gonna limit myself. There it is.
What are you doing, bro? And he yips out over there. Like, what a jabroni.
That's a pull yank. This is like typical traditional interpreter. You see all the foreign players, they're always playing catch with their interpreter. So even though we're going at 3 RPE today, I do want to get a little bit of extra volume in. Yeah, when you limit intensity, you can boost volume. And mainly I'm using that as a way to counteract the altitude, because after not throwing for 4 days, my throwing fitness would normally be slightly decreased, but at altitude, it's going to be significantly more decreased. So got to get a nice little throwing cardio session in. It's really easy on light intensity days though. I broke a nail. On low RPE days, it's very, very easy to get super lazy and just kind of play catch like this. Your hip isn't doing anything, your shoulder isn't doing anything, your hips and your shoulders are going at the same time. You're not really looking at a target, you're just kind of like flipping the ball and you get nothing out of it. If anything, you just create bad habits. So I really try to focus on low intent days at making sure the sequencing is correct. Hip first, then shoulder, then arm. Thanks, sir. I usually hate doing cardio, but because I've been down, I need to get some of that in. I'm gonna do a little bit of steady state, 3/4 pole, walk 1/4 pole. Try to keep the heart rate somewhere in the 120 beats per minute range. Stress the lungs a little bit, but you gotta do it. My lungs hurt. Thank God I'm done. Yeah, go here. Yeah. That's actually wrong. Yeah. You know how in elementary school and high school you're taught doing this is bad? It's actually the quickest way to recover and bring the heart rate down. We've been lied to our whole lives. Worst part of the day done. All right, for the lift today, it's important to get the glutes going. So we're gonna get a barbell hip thruster. We're also gonna get a squat, get the quads a little bit, but we're gonna get a single arm RDL. So that's again, glutes, hamstrings, posterior chain. On the upper half, we're gonna get a military press for some upward rotation and some strength. And we're also gonna get a cable row. Nice, easy day. Just getting back into it after 4 days. Gotta get this done and activate the right muscles so I don't get hurt.
So that was Tuesday, and now there's only 5 days left until the home opener, which means I need to get up on the mound and make sure I can still throw strikes.
So today's bullpen day, and my energy levels are in the red. We're gonna do a 4-app heat map bullpen. Work on command and see what my projected MLB ERA is after the session.
Trevor from the future here. Quick note on 4-app. It's an app that helps me stay healthy, optimize my performance, and get the most out of my training. I start each day by answering a couple questions about how my body feels. Then 4-app gives me a readiness score of red, yellow, or green. Depending on the color, the app tells me how to alter my training plan to get the most out of my day and reduce the risk of getting injured. And since I'm in the red zone today, I'm not gonna throw hard in my bullpen, so I'm gonna work on command instead using the bullpen coach feature in the app.
Okay, last time I was this tired for a bullpen session, I only struck Eric out 8 out of the 10 at bats. Got doors! Okay, so
this is 4-app's heat map bullpen routine. It's pretty easy to set up. Just input your pitch arsenal and 4-app will generate heat maps for you. Then navigate to the bullpen coach feature, select heat map routine, and you're good to go.
First pitch is a fastball down and away. Throwing 20 pitches. Goal is to get an ERA under 4.
Throw the recommended pitch and try to hit the green bullseye, and then tap the screen to mark where the pitch actually ended up. And at the end of the session, you'll get a projected MLB ERA based on how often you hit the green zone or the red zone and how good your command was that day.
Next pitch, curveball down arm side. Pretty bad miss there.
It's one of my favorite ways to work on command and make sure I'm getting better even on days when I'm in the red zone.
Okay, we got a fastball up arm side. Slightly above the target. Fastball down glove side. Middle, but right height. Front hip slider to a righty. Interesting pitch. Tough one to locate. Perfect. Honestly surprised I hit that. Top shelf curveball for an 0-0 strike. Love that. We're right on with the top shelf breaking balls today. That's good. We got splitter arm side. Middle elevation armor side. Nowhere close on that one. Waist pitch. Go splitter down and away. Splitter command is not there today. Fastball up arm side. Okay, slight miss, but pretty good. Fastball glove side. Nope. Cutter up into the glove side. Still a good pitch, but not quite high enough. Front hip cutter to a righty. Oh my God. Terrible. I'm rushing my delivery. Makes total sense. Low energy day, get lazy with the delivery. Okay, fastball up and into a righty. Slightly above, but a pretty good spot. We gotta repeat that, but slightly above the zone for swing and miss. So basically fastball up and away to a lefty. A little bit lower than I wanted it, but Probably about the right spot. We got slider down and away. Fastball up and in. There we go. It's a good spot right there. Cutter up and into a lefty. So annoying. Getting so placey with that instead of just throwing it. Maybe it's just not there today. Just one of those days. Backdoor slider. Hardest one to land at altitude. Nice. Can't do it a whole lot better than that, Kev. Let's run a split for a chase below the zone to a lefty. When I want that pitch in the zone, it's a ball, and when I want it for a ball, it's in the zone. Not great. Last one, fastball down and away to a lefty. No. So today our average miss size, 9 inches, more accurate than 57% of people my age, 60% in the green, but 4.81 projected ERA, which is not good. Too many big misses, unfortunate. Gracias. Not the best command day. I think a couple of reasons for that. One, I haven't been on the mound in a while because being sick. So that's one thing. Two, low energy, so my mechanics were probably a little bit lazy. I tried to be athletic in the throwing program, get my body going a little bit, but didn't really get there. So not completely unexpected the results that I had, but still frustrating. I threw some good pitches. Command of everything was pretty much there. When I throw the pitch as hard as I can right down the middle, it's usually good. When I try to place it and make sure I get it to certain locations, it's usually bad. So I got another bullpen in 2 days. I'm gonna focus on that. But overall, I think it's a good work day. First day back on the mound, and must have been on the mound on Wednesday, so over a week. So conditioning goal for today, gotta get the heart rate up, gotta start getting adjusted to this altitude because I'm getting wiped out playing catch. We're doing 90-foot gassers, 6 of them, so down and back times 6. We're gonna go 15 seconds to get down and back, and then 45-second rest, and I'm probably gonna die. Dude, 6 is usually easy, no problem. This is what I get for never training cardio. All right, conditioning is done for the day. That's it. Standing is cardio.
Anybody got a problem with this one?
But am I in the wrong one? Because I had a cutoff one. I didn't have like the see this like you got this.
Tell them, yeah.
Constantly in the wrong fucking uniform, man. God damn it! Every time. I'm a mess, man.
Don't let it speed up on you.
Things are spiraling right now.
Can you throw birthday here?
Yeah, Monday. Only 3 innings though. No spring training for me. What is this?
Wait, show it again.
Who's your daddy with your face on there?
That's hilarious.
Sending me these shirts on a daily basis.
Wait, is it Fruit of the Loom again?
It's not for limits. Athletic works. This is worse.
I gotta go to PFPs, my guy. It wasn't me before, but it might be me now in the future. This is hilarious. Yeah. We got bump plays again? Do we need pelota?
You want to throw?
I don't know. Do we have to? Pelota. Said no throw, and then of course I get the one that you have to throw. Did we lose De Horta?
Yeah, they loaned him out. Yeah.
They loaned him.
Loaned him out. If like they don't want to cut you, then they want to maybe keep you for next year if you do well. They'll loan you out to another team.
Interesting. Like instead of optioning you to the minor leagues, they loan you to another team.
Another team that's not as good. Bad, dude.
Your arms are always hanging, both of them. Natural human anatomy, you know what I mean?
Took me off the roster.
Did they?
Yeah. So I don't know if I'm even going. Yeah. So we'll be thrown together maybe.
Wait, so how does that work? There's an active roster and then like an inactive
I heard
roster?
There's like 32 active guys, and then you can have 4 guys that go on a taxi squad.
So I'm probably on taxi squad?
Until you start.
Right.
Like me too, probably until we
Right,
start.
right.
So take one off, put one on, stuff like that. Yeah.
Do you have to have 20 foreigners or no? You don't have to have, right?
There's no way. That was always been the problem in the past is that they would take guys that Menez kind of sound Spanish. Go get your dual citizen. Exactly. Yeah, something like that.
We got BP now?
Yep.
It's called fake hustle. It's where you walk, but you make it look like you're running. Do I power shag today for my conditioning? Oh, that's me. Oh. Nailed it. Oh, that's me. Oh, yep. Not gonna get there though. I almost got there. You know what's crazy to me is 8 innings, 4 runs is not a quality start, even though it's less of an ERA than 6 innings, 3 runs. Oh, there it is.
So what did you say, Steve? 4. You go 4 scoreless. They just don't want you facing the lineup 3 times in a row.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what the big leagues have become.
You had that long release guy, and then you got your 7, 8, 9.
Shit, half the time you got like 5 dudes in the bullpen that could close.
Absolutely, yeah. On the road?
I'm not this trip. I gotta stay here and throw some pens and like try to get ready for Monday, but I don't know what the road facilities are like. But in the future, I'll go on the road trips. Kind of actually interested to see what other stadiums look like and stuff.
So that was Wednesday, and now I only have 4 days left until the home opener, and I'm definitely feeling a little bit behind. And to make matters worse, after practice, the team left for Puebla for the first series of the year. But I didn't make the road trip because I was still scrambling to try to get ready for my start on Monday. And that sucked because things got a little bit interesting at Puebla. But with the team gone, it's a great time to show you around the facilities and compare them to NPB and MLB facilities, which a lot of you have been asking for. Sauna is definitely bigger than any stadium I've been in, Japan or in the US. Very cool that they do have a sauna. A lot of parks in MLB don't have a sauna, and I don't know about NPB ballparks, but I imagine a lot of them don't. The Bay Stars did, which is great because I like a good sauna session. Pretty big leagues. And the sauna category, definitely on par with MLB side, if not better. Hot tub, cold tub, how does it compare? Well, every MLB park has a hot tub and a cold tub. On the road, you have like just little bins that you sit in. Here we got nice like jacuzzi tubs with jets and stuff like that for both hot and cold. In Japan, some places didn't have hot, like you'd have to stand in a hot shower if you wanted to do hot tub before. Some places didn't have cold. We'd travel with a little inflatable one-person thing for cold tub. So as far as the wet room goes, this is definitely on par with big leagues, if not better. Everyone has their own stall for the shower. That's a little bit different than Japan or US. Only a couple ballparks I've been in have separate stalls, and most of those came from after COVID. But I'm guessing it was like this since the stadium was built. Most ballparks have a open room and just a bunch of shower heads, and everyone goes in and showers together. Shower room here is definitely on par with most of the big league sides I've been on, and definitely on par or a little bit better than the Japanese side. Lockers. This is a big league locker room for sure. Nicer than any of the locker rooms I was in Japan, probably because the stadiums in Japan are so old they haven't been renovated, and I wasn't in every single locker room there, especially not on the home side, so maybe it's a little bit different. From what I did experience, what I did see, this is definitely nicer than any of the locker rooms in Japan. The lockers are very spacious. I mean, I have a corner one, which is one of the biggest ones here, but all the lockers are spacious. Plenty of room, plenty of space between the lockers, left to right in the locker room, plenty of room to move around. We got TVs, couches. I mean, this is a big league locker room for sure. Nicer than a lot of the road locker rooms in the big leagues. Home locker rooms are generally a lot nicer, of course. So this is on par with, you know, the Arizonas, Cleveland. Probably a little bit nicer than the Dodgers home clubhouse. Dodger Stadium was built a long time ago, so they had to kind of fit things in there. Probably I'll put this right about where the Reds are. Reds clubhouse is nice, open, kind of long. This has a very similar feel to it, so definitely a big league locker room. And while I was busy getting some light work in on Thursday, the boys were busy pounding Puebla in the season opener. 1-0 for the good guys, and only 3 days left to prepare for my start. And that brings us to Friday, which was another bullpen day.
Okay, so the last 2 days I've been in the red and yellow respectively on 4-app, but today, my readiness score is a green. The goal for today is to push a little bit extra, get some good work in the pen. Today I'm working on splits. In order for me to generate swords on Monday with my split, I'm gonna have to work against all shapes and sizes. Tall, small, fat, skinny, old, young. It's like merch at trevorbauer.com now comes in all shapes and sizes, kids as well, which now ships in 2 to 4 days, by the way. I'm trying to develop a really strong cue for my splitter, something that's gonna make it work every time. And it all comes down to the pointer finger, in my opinion. If I can get my pointer finger through the ball, here at altitude, if I'm like on the side of the ball, kind of cutting it like this, then the ball just cuts and doesn't really do anything. So I really need to think about getting the pointer finger through it. And the best way I can describe the motion is kind of like clicking the mouse on the buy now button on trevorbauer.com. So if you want to practice throwing a good split, get the pointer finger through it, practice clicking that mouse and buying your sword shirt. Merch on trevorbauer.com now comes with higher quality material and higher quality prints. It got an upgrade, just like my split's gonna get an upgrade today. Now, the best way to find the feel is to do something athletic so you don't think about the feel. Just get the grip, do an athletic movement, and try to hit a target. There we go. So yeah, doing athletic drills, got the feel for the split back. We'll see how it is off the mound. If it's not good off the mound, then I'll just do more athletic drills off the mound. But by the end of the day, I will have a better split. That's the goal. Okay, good start. Let's get this split rolling. Not a bad first one, we just gotta get arm side. There, that's the one. Splitter work done here. A lot of the wind up. I'm gonna bounce back and forth between low fastballs and splitters below the zone. Okay, very encouraging early results. Okay, let's go slide step. There we go. I think we got that pitch. I think we got it back. Thrown some really good ones today. Make sure everything else is sharp. Better away. Go right back to it. Slide step. Okay, fastball up and in. Pause. But that does allow us to land a curveball for a strike. 2-1. Oh no. Fastball down and away, slide step. Now aggressive splitter below the zone for swing and miss. There we go, like that. Gracias. Splitter, good? Yeah. All right, successful day. Ready for Monday. I'm trying to decide what I want to do. Do I want to run? Probably should. I could get away with not lifting, but I think the running I need to do. I got to get my cardiovascular fitness up, especially up here at altitude. That's going to help me sleep at night, which is the biggest thing right now. I'm not recovering well, so I have to run more or do more cardio. That's my thought anyway. I have no idea if I'm right. Sitting is cardio. What is this? GoPro? Oh, you're going to run with me? Love it. I love the dedication to content, Kev. Like, I know my level of cardio fitness and it is nowhere close to this bad, but I normally can do 6 of these no problem. At least I felt way more energetic today.
I threw a good bullpen, and the boys dunked on Puebla again to move to 2-0, so Friday was a good day. At this point, I only had 2 days left to prep for my start, but I was no longer feeling behind. And then Saturday happened. Remember how I said things were going to get a little bit interesting? So yeah, brawls. Apparently they're fairly common in LMB. I don't think I've ever seen one in NPB, and they're pretty rare in MLB, but from what I'm told, I can count on about 1 benches clearing brawl on average per month here in LMB, which means we might get a mic'd up benches clearing brawl on the vlog, which would be wild. Oh yeah, and the boys beat Puebla again on Saturday to complete the sweep, which means we're now 3-0. Only 1 day left to prepare for my start, and now I have the added pressure of not being the first starting pitcher to lose a game this season.
Like, you got a partner?
Don't. You need somebody?
Yeah. Okay, today is such a lazy day. Ow. Oh, ow. Rolled my ankle. Very important on days that you feel lazy to actually move your feet and not get lazy. Because it's very easy to just throw like very lightly and bad mechanics and just make throws like this. But that gets you into bad habits. Better to be quick and move your feet. Just like that. All right, so to explain to the vlog what we're doing, as soon as I start my delivery, Jared sets a target somewhere, and that means my eyes have to focus down there and watch where his glove's going. So I can't be thinking about my mechanics. I have to think about where the target is. And I move my feet a little bit, have to be athletic, force my brain to pay attention, force my eyes to focus. It's a good thing to do on a lazy day of catch play. So as soon as I start my motion, he stops his glove. Just like that, you have to try to hit it. So the principle here is when you just play catch and you throw like 3 or 4 normal, your body just like tunes out, goes on autopilot. If you can move your feet, every scenario, every different throw is different than one that you made before. So your brain has to pay attention and you actually get more learning out of it and your body feels more athletic. It's forced to adapt to different orientations, different weight shifts. So we're combining 2 principles here, like natural learning on the movement side and an external narrow focus on the glove side. And that's the best for feeling athletic and staying synced up mechanically. Oh God, I slid it too much. Yeah, I got around it. As soon as you moved your hand over there, I was like, yank. There we go. Can't be leaving sliders up and in. I think I have to think a little bit more curveball-y with the slider to get to bite here. When I think true sweep, it just stays. Because right before I came here, I was having too much depth on it, so I had to think pointer finger pressure to like get it like straightened out. And up here, the pointer finger backs it up. So I think I have to think more middle finger. Yeah, now it moves again. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Fun.
Yep.
I wanted to do that today, but moving the glove around and working on that
That's the best part.
Yeah.
Makes catch a little bit more fun. You don't have to think about anything. And you actually feel better after doing it too.
I didn't want to throw any, like, going out of my mechanics, so I'm like, yeah, let's take a break from that.
If you do that before like a pen session or whatever, don't throw any out of your mechanics, just do athletic stuff. As soon as you get on the mound, it's like, easy.
Yeah, that's,
I feel way better after playing catch than I did before. That's good.
So that brings us to Sunday. And with that, it's game day. Time to go tame the Tigres.
All right, scouting report. Fastball's in, cutter's in. First pitch hit like that, are you kidding me?
Partidazo de béisbol.
Yep.
Lanzamiento swing.
Welcome to the vlog, kid. You're my first LNV strikeout, congratulations. Catch that, get in there, catch that. Didn't get it down, damn it. Feel good?
Come,
All right.
come, let's go.
Yes, that was nasty. First pitch swingers, that's for sure. So we're gonna take a double play ball off the umpire.
No hay out, señoras y señores. Línea.
Dude, who is this guy? That was there, right? Down the way?
Right there, bro. Don't worry, Bobby. We got you, bro.
Yep.
We got you.
Yeah, we got room. We're there. Yeah! Here we go. Hell yeah. Here we go. Have a day. Have a day.